we start this video, why not start out with some revs from C&T, catted downpipe, nameless, muffler deletes. Let's go. Now it's time to leave. What's up everybody, and welcome back to the Skyline Dude YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to help support the channel. Now, in today's video, I'm wearing my Subaru shirt if you can't tell, so it's going to be about the Subaru. For you guys who are new to the channel, this is my 2013 Stage 2 Subaru WRX. In today's video, I want to talk about should you buy a WRX and why I personally will not be buying another one. You could also call this kind of a long-term update as far as being modified. I just rolled over to 50,000 miles on this car, so I figured it would be a good time to give my personal experiences on how well this car has done for me and if I've had any problems. This car is currently Stage 2, meaning it has a Cobb intake, a Grimspeed boost controller, C&T catted downpipe, and it is Pro-tuned Stage 2 by P&L Motorsports in Chicago. If you guys are in Chicago, I do recommend P&L Motorsports. They were great dyno tuning this car. This car put down, I believe it was 296 horsepower and 318 pound-feet of torque, and it's been that way ever since 8,000 miles. So I can say with sure confidence that the tune has been great. The car pulls very good, and yes. Now guys, so far with this car, I will admit I have had no problems whatsoever. At over 50,000 miles, I've really done nothing to it except for oil changes and new tires. Now, I obviously have an aftermarket suspension and stuff like that, and I will be needing maintenance soon for the 60,000 mile checkup, but overall, this car has been outstanding. So you may be wondering, if it's been outstanding, why wouldn't I buy another one? You see, there are only a few reasons why I wouldn't buy another one, because don't get me wrong, I love this car. In fact, being part of the Subaru community is one of the main reasons why I do love this car. I love getting that Subaru wave, and Subaru owners are, in general, very nice to each other, so that's an awesome part about owning this car. And as a whole car, it is a very nice car, but there are several reasons why I won't be buying another one, and reasons maybe you should consider as well. So in order to finish this video, I could stand here and talk, or we could get in and actually drive the car, so let's go. So when you think about buying a WRX, you really have only a couple cars in direct competition. Now obviously if you're opting for an STI, you have cars like the Golf R, Civic Type R, as well as, you know, the Audi S3 and such cars like that. But with a WRX, you really only have, I would say, the GTI and the Focus ST. Now why would you pick the WRX over a Focus or the GTI? The GTI has a far superior interior. Even the Focus ST interior is maybe slightly better. Now, I don't have too much wheel time behind a new WRX, so I don't want to comment too much on interiors, but overall, many people are going to be picking the GTI, mainly because of its tunability, the hatchback, which Subaru, come on Subaru, you need to bring back the hatch, and of course, you know, the interior quality. Now obviously with the new 2-liter motor, there's a whole new realm of possibilities with the WRX. Now before we get in too much of things, I do want to say why I won't be purchasing another Subaru. And that's not to say that this couldn't change, and that's not to say I don't love this car again. But I personally will not be buying another Subaru only because I don't see right now the need to upgrade and just the need in general to swap this for even a new STI. I don't see the point in doing that for basically a little bit newer of an interior and getting the same motor that's been there for, you know, 10 plus years. Now I know there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna say, well, you know, they've upgraded a lot of the suspension components and the brakes and this and that. That's true, but for me personally, I don't track this car, so it really doesn't matter. And honestly, for 90% of the people who buy an STI, I really don't think it matters for them either. They're really just paying extra for the name. When I bought this car, I actually wanted an STI, but I went with the WRX because I knew with some minor bolt-ons and new suspension, I could really make this WRX better than an STI for less money. So when I look at the new WRX, it's just not different enough for me to want to trade my 2013 in for a 2018. I love Subaru as a brand, and I really wish, or really, I guess really say hope, that in the next generation WRX that comes out, they're really gonna wow me enough to where I say, you know what, I've had enough with this one. This is a good platform to start out with, and you know, definitely want to go with that. So you're saying, well, what's the answer to the question? Should you buy a WRX? And only you can answer that. You should just go drive pretty much all the competition and decide what you like better. And that may very well be the WRX because it is indeed a good car. One thing you never get tired of is that Subaru Rumble. Unfortunately, the new ones don't have that, but you know, gotta do it for the performance. So when it comes down to it, at one point I will be looking to upgrade this car, and honestly right now there's just nothing in the market within my price range. Let's clarify that. Within my price range, there's nothing on the market that really spikes my interest enough for me to want to just get rid of this. But there will come a time, and when that time comes, I probably would like some feedback from you, my subscribers, to let me know what car you would like to see next. The main problem I have with this car, especially for the channel, is that I kind of did everything I wanted to this car before I started the YouTube channel. So you guys didn't really get to see the progression from stock to all the mods I did to the motor, suspension, you know, wheels, and aero, stuff like that. So I do really want to get a new build going so that you guys can experience it with me and kind of go through the whole thing of modding a car together. What? Is a Subaru hat a bit much with the shirt and the car? Is that too much? Yeah, it is probably too much. Okay, let's ditch the hat for now. So in terms of fuel economy, I've averaged around 23 miles to the gallon. Keep in mind, I do mostly highway driving, some city. My gas mileage actually got better ever since I got dyno tuned, so that's something to consider as well. Now, as far as the mods that I have done to this car, everything has stood up very well. I have KW Variant 1 coilovers on here, and I've had them on here for about, I want to say about 40,000 miles, and they have not given me one issue whatsoever. Now, they don't go as low as some other coilovers like BC and stuff, but I still have had no issues, no creaks, no rattles. They ride very nice. They're not as stiff, so if you're looking for a very stiff coilover setup, I probably wouldn't go with the Variant 1s, maybe the Variant 2s, but then you're getting into a pretty expensive set. The one issue I had with BC coilovers was I actually bought them for my Mazda, and I only had them on for about 8,000 miles before one of the shocks started leaking. So that kind of turned me off of BC. So I went with KW, been happy with that ever since. The CNT downpipe, I think it's got a good sound to it. I went with the CNT because it was just straight up cheaper. That was pretty much the only reason, straight up cheaper than the Cobb one. And honestly, as far as downpipes are concerned, I think they pretty much do mostly the same thing. So I'm happy with the CNT downpipe as well. I did have a Cobb heat shield, and the heat shield actually broke after about 3 years of having it on there. The metal bracket just broke off, so I'm not sure what that's about, but and of course the nameless axleback is just a great product. When I bought it, it was only like, I think $400, and it's a beautiful product. All the welds are good, and honestly, that's all you need for this car. I really don't think you need to buy some fancy $1,500, $2,000 exhaust, because honestly, most of them, especially for this model WRX, sound very similar, and with that, it's a nice, loud tone, but it's not overly loud, and we're cruising on the highway right now at about 65 miles an hour. There's not too much drone. It's definitely louder than, you know, than with just a, I guess, an SPT catback or something like that, especially with the downpipe. But overall, it's definitely nothing crazy. So for you Subaru owners watching this video, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you've upgraded from a 11 to 14 WRX to a new WRX, you know, what were your reasons? And, you know, I could be wrong on this, but maybe it's just a far superior car. And so I'd like to know that, and I do plan on, I've driven one, but I do want to, I should say, drive another one. I've never driven a modified one, so I can't speak for that. And yeah, for you people who have a new STI, why did you choose the STI over just, you know, a WRX? You know, it's an interesting topic of discussion. That will go on and on, endless through time, of course. So guys, I just wanted to make it quick. I don't know how long I've been rambling on so far. Probably too long. I could probably talk about this topic all day, but I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to me talk about this topic all day. So I just wanted to make a quick, I guess, update video on my WRX since I crossed the 50,000 mile mark and what I've thought about it so far. Nothing too fancy in this video. I like to kind of keep my videos, you know, interesting, but just a straight discussion this time, guys. But yeah, so like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I am trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers. I'm sure I'll get there eventually with the support of you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you guys next video.